And now it's time to announce this week's live technology giveaway winner. As noted in the contestant rules, all winners must be present in the chat room to claim the prize, or a new winner will be drawn. Drum roll, please.
All right, here we go, drawing the winner. Julian Bellman. Sorry, it's hard for me to read from that far away.
Congratulations, Julian.
Congratulations.
Tess, you just gave me a great idea.
What?
Why don't we just combine the credits video and the giveaway video so that when we play the credits, the giveaway just plays right after?
I like it. Let's do it.
We'll never forget that video again.
Nope. That should
every time. In about a year, we'll have it down so it'll be so easy for us. We'll be looking for challenges.
That's my hope.
You'll be automating the whole thing. We're actually going to put you out of a job, Tess. You're just going to be standing on the screen, and the computer's just going to be running the whole thing.
I'll stay at home those days.
The next step is vMix AI.
vMix AI.
What do you want to do today, Tess? Would you like to run the roll credits?
It's a
Did
scary
you forget
future.
to do the giveaway?
Not today, my friend.
Thank you, Tess. You are looking fine today yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Stark.
Yeah, we totally need to get Martin like an AI kit. We'll have him integrate Watson. As a bonus, vMix will also be excellent at Jeopardy.
Oh my gosh.
And game shows. Did you hear about the 2017 streaming awards? Oh, you didn't.
Yes, we have
Tess,
it,
you
Paul.
can play the video if you'd like. But the idea. Why don't we play the video for Eric then? Because I really would like for him to see it while we're waiting for
Introducing the first annual 2017 Streaming Awards. Now accepting nominations for several video production categories, including Best Show, Best Host, Best Co-Host, Best Producer, and much, much more. The 2017 Streaming Awards will air the last Friday in June. Visit www.streamingawards.com to nominate your favorite online live streaming show. Prizes include PTZOptics second-generation live streaming cameras, video production software, and much, much more.
And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because Eric, and I'm hoping Martin and those guys over there, we're probably going to be running the show with vMix. And we wanted to maybe do like live voting. And I wanted to ask you about that, given that vMix has such powerful APIs and data-driven content with vMix 19. I think that was even, is that vMix 18 or 19? 18. I still have not used it. But from what I understand, I'd like to definitely get your opinion on this, the best way to do it and what is possible. Because Tess, let's give Eric like our best case scenario, what we want. What we wanted was to be able to have live voting, right? Mm-hmm. And possibly like scorecards for maybe like live voting, but then also possibly like a giant scorecard for possibly like 6 or 7 judges using vMix Call. Yep. So can you explain to me how we might be able to make that work?
Well, I think probably the easiest thing to do would be Twitter. Really? Yeah, using Twitter as through the API. So people who are voting via Twitter, they use hashtag streaming idiots.
I don't understand. So
do you ever watch like The Voice? So they do voting that way via Twitter. It's a massive. It's a way of. I mean, it's a large scale infrastructure solution. So you're using Twitter's infrastructure as the voting infrastructure, and then we just take in the data from the PTZOptics Twitter.
So, for example, I'm just trying to understand this.
It might be a little biased because it's nice, you know, when you do voting, you know, when you vote for an elected representative, it's private. The only thing that I can see is if you're voting via Twitter, you can see a little bit of bias, because if everybody's voting for a certain contestant, you know, maybe the votes will get biased that way. So maybe a private way of doing it. I'd have to think about it.
Okay, so it kind of because this is still
This
a
is
new
good
thing. We've never done
brainstorming.
this before. It's going to be June 30th, and I'm almost thinking. And Tess, tell me what you think about this. What if we did? We made it a 2-show series, and show 1 was we took the top nominations and we had like 6 judges, like a panel of 6 judges coming through vMix Call, and I wanted to be able to live display the judges like votes on like 1 to 10, and then also have it all tally up and give the full vote. So what I was thinking is possibly a Google Sheet that everyone had access to.
Oh, so you're not having everyone vote. You're just having a group.
Well, from what you just told me, what I was thinking is, what if we had 2-part series? Like you take the nominations and get the top 3 nominations, and those are the judges vote on who
Okay.
gets the top nominations, and then the second show where it's like, okay, these are the 3 nominations from last week. Now we're going to crowdsource the actual voting of these 3 top nominations, and then let's talk about the judges. So if we have vMix Call, we've got the vMix Pro. We can do, I think, 9 callers. So we can do 8 callers and ourselves. So we could have a 3x3 tile like the Brady Bunch, and technically with like you said, we could pull in live data, and I know Google Sheets is available for that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you guys have for programming infrastructure if you have a website guy in-house. So the easiest thing to do is going to be just to write a little PHP script and pull the SQL data out of that.
Yeah. So I'm not very good at that.
It's really straightforward. It's what PHP is designed for. You'd have a little page on your website where everybody could vote.
Okay.
We'll
then maybe
brainstorm.
Ahead of myself because I'm already onto the voting phase. I missed the whole judges. I skipped over the whole judges part. Yeah, so you could have up to 8 judges, or just you could have any number of judges, and you could have 8 on.
I want to figure this out because I feel like one of the things me and Tess are doing is when we do stuff like this, like even the graphics in our show, we make it available to everyone who's viewing. So if we can tackle this whole voting thing and live data integration and then make it available to everyone else, I feel like it would be a great public service and also really cool.
Yeah, well, integrating with vMix isn't a problem. It's just the outward-facing part. You'd need to have somebody knock together a little bit of a page. That's one way of doing it. Twitter might be another. Yeah, the page is going to be really simple. You could just have check boxes, and they would register into a really super simple database, and then those fields would be represented in vMix.
The only thing I don't like about that is not knowing PHP and having to make one small change and then having to hire the developer again.
That's why I was asking if he was in the house.
No, we don't have any in-house PHP developers. But I know, right? Well, but couldn't a Google Sheet work?
Yes, but if you give everybody access to that Google Sheet, what's to stop somebody from going in there and making a negative change?
I know. That was, it would have to be like everyone would have to have access to their own Google Sheet or something.
Paul,
or an
coming
honor
from the
system
chat,
with
Mike
9
Lattis says he
judges
thinks
for
there's
HS.
a. Sorry, Mike Lattis says he thinks that there's a poll add-on for WordPress.
Yeah, that would be another way. So there are probably already SQL systems out there.
Audience
like
response
WordPress.
system.
vMix should make one.
Well, they made the integration to work with anything, so they just said, "All right, now here's the tools. We're not gonna try to compete with WordPress." There are that's a really good point because I don't know exactly how that would work because I don't know if you have easy access to the SQL database via WordPress. My guess is probably yes. So you could probably knock something together that way.
Okay, well, that's something we're going to have to look into. And then also,
is a
can you just
thing.
explain to me a little bit more how the Twitter integration works?
Well, I honestly I don't know. I just know that it's a way of collating. So if you have like when they do The Voice, they say, all right, it's time to vote for the contestants, and they go onto the PTZOptics channel and they post hashtag streaming idiots, and then the API reads those coming in and it tallies it to a database.
And then you pull through the database. Okay,
could
well, that's
do
something
live.
we're thinking about. I asked you.
You could just do it in the chat and you could keep a tally.
No, we want
Paul will
to
have me sitting there
live data.
counting.
and then Tess is gonna, do 1, 2, 3, 4, check, do the old school fives. But no, I want to do live data. And I don't even know how live it really is, but
if we did it on
we'll
Facebook,
think
we could
about
do live reaction
Facebook
poll,
reactions.
Facebook reactions.
I have this feeling that
do it in the user
also
group.
there is a way now, I think, that YouTube just released an API for chat. And I'm not sure if you can take that information and potentially source information from that.
So you don't want to give people a window of voting, like now here are the nominations, vote in the next 24 hours, because not everybody can always make the show, and that'll give you a larger cross section, a more even distribution, and especially because really streaming is a global phenomenon, and there are people on the other side of the earth that might want to vote who are sleeping. So
yeah, no, that's a really good
true.
point, and that
Have
brings
to
up a whole
consider
other
that.
issue that we won't even get into, but promoting this whole thing as it being such a large global event. Tess, we're gonna have to get creative to get the word out there. But even if year 1 is small, and then
That's
year
gonna be my
2 is
main thing
larger,
once
and
you
then
get
year
home.
3. Great.
Next
Well, I'm
week,
glad we
Paul.
got to show that, because that was one of our big reveals for the NAB show, along with all of our new products and offerings. You know what, Tess? That's what I was supposed to do today. I was supposed to do a new Tech TriCaster demo, because someone asked for that in the chat room, but I didn't get a chance to.
You know what I'd like to suggest? I think you need a mobile camera so that during these shows we can actually have a walk around the booth, because there are really a lot of cool things that you're showing with the producer kits and the PTZ camera with the black magic on it. You get TriCaster, you have Wirecast out front. So I think it would be good if we could drag.
Even if it was like with your
think I
iPhone,
have-
Paul. I don't know how that would work.
I know. Well, I think I have a video. You have a Miracast?
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
Giles is
What's up?
Giles is Zoom calling with Dave Edwards right across from you. And he
he's on the
said
show.
that Dave said he'd be happy to hop in for an interview if you'd like him to at any
great.
time.
Let's have him in, yeah. Let's do it. I was just thinking I may have... No, I don't. Okay. I know I had a walk-through video of the booth that we showed, I think, yesterday. But tomorrow I will have a much better in-depth new tech video.
You have an HDMI to SDI converter.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I have a Miracast. We should
Okay.
have this,
Don't forget he doesn't have a mic, Paul.
Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we need more people, and by the way, we did get our new booth. Central Hall. Did you see it already? Oh yeah, it's in Central Hall, right in the middle. So next year is gonna be a big year for us, and I feel like we're kind of like in JV here. Like we're kind of like practicing for next year. But yeah, it's going to be over there. It's insane over there. It's crazy.
I want to book guests next year in advance for sure.
Yeah, and that was something that I tried to do. Last year I tried to do a full 24/7, not 24/7, but I tried to live
8
stream the whole
hours.
show, and I wasn't organized enough, and it was a little crazy. And
Yeah, Paul's idea of scheduling things is
Uh-oh.
guys go live.
We missed some of that. You cut
Yeah.
out for a second, Paul.
you did a great job. For some reason I thought
Uh-oh. Hold on, everyone. Something's going
testing
on there.
1 2.
There you go. That's better.
What? Oh, there we
You're
go.
good. We lost you for a second there somehow.
Oh, Dave, you have the
audio-wise.
picture and everything. Dave, why don't you come down over here for an interview? And why don't you do the interview for Dave?
Okay.
Eric's like,
Next year,
okay.
Yeah. All right. Next year, I think we're gonna have to have 2 microphones.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Yeah. This whole trading.
Right. That's not working for us.
So.
Yeah, Mike Latta literally just commented 2 handheld mics for next year, Tess. Suggestion.
Yeah. That's actually. There's a mic on this. We should be using our earbud mics. All we need to do is run the wiring differently. I mean, that shouldn't be difficult.
Thank you for being so helpful at our booth this year, Eric.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Next year,
So,
I've already invited myself, so then we can all hang out next year.
Yeah. Next year, Oh boy, I can't even think about striking NAB. It's Wednesday, so some people are asking me like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do about boxing up the production bot? I'm like, really? We just got here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's time to start thinking about packing up. And you'd think those things would already have been thought through, but we really only just getting here was half the was the whole battle so far.
That
So
consumed your whole planning experience. You're like, let's just get there, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. And I mean, Tess, it's been. I'm sorry you weren't here this year. It's been an amazing show. There's just so much live streaming going on here. There's so many great content, so much great content being created. There's so much. You know, this is my 21st NAB, and 20 years ago, each booth
You're lying.
was an island.
This is not your 21st NAB.
It is. It is.
Oh my goodness!
I won't tell you how old I won't tell you how old I just turned last Saturday, but I will tell you that I rented a Mustang to commemorate. But,
good for you.
Back 20 years ago, each booth was self-contained. It was, you know, a single company on each booth, and they didn't talk to each other, and nobody did anything.
What's the point of
that?
that?
Very isolated. Well, it was things have changed so much over the last 20 years. You know, we're sitting here on this booth. Everyone out there who's in the chat is watching, even though they couldn't attend NAB. They're virtually here.
Yeah,
there's
that's
all
how
kinds
I'm
of different
feeling.
products on different booths. So part of one of the things that made this NAB so hectic for me is that of all of the different vendors that we represent, we cross-pollinate across all of them. So there's, you know, different products from different manufacturers on everybody's booth. Everybody's partnering. They're all getting into bed with each other, figuratively.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Yep.
It is Vegas. But
Figuratively. Yeah.
Little this, little that.
Yep. So I was saying we should use the mic on your earbuds.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually have a lapel mic too.
Oh, you have a lapel mic. We've got analog in.
Where is my? All right, let's do it.
Let's do
I
it.
do want wireless
This is
earphone on
Dave.
our phone.
Day 3.
Oh, Dave.
We break out.
Everyone wants to talk to you, Dave.
Yes, next year
here
at
it
NAB, Selesky planning on being there co-hosting and making the show a little longer. Yeah, it's not good to rush it. Who is your guest? I don't know him.
Maybe next year we'll do 3 mics.
Yeah. No, we should have more mics, and I have more mics. I just
and mobile cameras.
Mobile cameras. And honestly, I have the NDI app, and I just forgot about. I couldn't get the wireless network set up properly. And
Eric.
Yes.
Is your company U.S. Broadcasting?
Without the ing.
U.S. Broadcast.
U.S. Broadcast.
Okay, because I'm getting asked in the
US
chat.
Broadcast.
And what's
it's
your
US
last
Broadcast
name?
Distribution.
I just know you as Eric.
That's it.
It's just
I'm an
Eric?
artist formerly known as Eric. Yeah.
It's just Eric.
Some people only have one name. Pratt, P-R-A-T-T.
P-R-A-T-T.
I actually, a great story for you guys. I actually connected with an old friend through the PTZOptics show.
Really?
Yeah, the one where we did the vMix call. They like sent me an email and they're like, "Hey, were you on the PTZOptics show?" I'm like, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in forever." Like, "Yeah, I didn't even know you're still alive." I'm like, "Yes, I'm not that old." Though people my age are starting to drop off. It's tough
Oh
getting
no!
off. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, when you get to my age, your friends just, you know, they start going to other companies.
Okay, there you go. Paul, Mike says that he's getting some background noise, background audio. He's saying that the levels don't look good.
The lapel was literally in my pocket.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the worst mistake you can make with the lapel. But I
So
have it. I have
is
it clipped
the lapel,
on
the
now.
lapel is picking up.
I have it clipped on now. Yeah. We should
How
have named
bad
our
is
show.
Paul.
I mean,
We should have named our show "Streaming Idiots," but it was already taken.
yeah.
So we decided to use it.
I kind of agree with that. Michael Burgess says he has lightning
Test
round questions for Eric. What do you
Oh
got?
my gosh.
Jeez. All right,
Let's put Eric in the lightning round.
You want to?
My favorite street in Las Vegas is Desert Inn.
Let's
Is
take
that-
Eric into the lightning round. I think that'd be hilarious.
Okay. You ready?
Shoot.
Woo! There we go. Okay, let's see what they ask, but I'll do the standard for you. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Really? Mac or PC?
It requires explanation, but since it's the PC.
PC. Okay. Cat or
For
dog?
shizzle. Cat.
Cat. Blackjack or roulette?
Blackjack.
Favorite candy?
You get good odds.
I do.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, that's one of Paul's and my favorite. AMD or Intel?
What else is there? Oh, come on. Oh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's awful.
Thank you, Michael,
You shouldn't
in the
ask
chat.
anyone that.
Shouldn't ask anyone that.
Yeah, that's wrong. Oh, I don't know. I'm using Intel. Sorry.
Intel. Okay. And that's what's in our
Yeah.
producer kits right now, so we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Anime or cartoons?
Anime. Third.
Anime. All right. Should we do the rest of ours, Paul, or should we call it a day?
I think that's great. I think that was funny. I didn't even. I
Did
like
you
the
ever do
anime
the
and
history
cartoon
one? If you could go back at
let's
any
do that,
time
yeah.
in history, when would you go?
Whenever Da Vinci lived, I'd totally love to hang out with him.
You would hang out with him. There you go.
Oh
I like
yeah,
it.
totally. We would riff. I mean, he invented this thing. So he created this. It's like a cross between a piano and harpsichord, and it's got these spinning wheels in it, and the cameras strike the spinning wheels, and he created stuff that just people are still like making stuff that he created 500 years later. I mean, it's amazing. So I would totally hang out with him. And just to
Yeah.
explain on the coffee and tea question is a difficult one for me because I love coffee, but I can't drink it.
Your stomach?
Can you imagine me on coffee?
Oh,
I'd go
Oh.
haywire.
yeah, you're already
Yeah.
kinda wired. As
No,
it is.
I go absolutely hog wild. If I drink a decaf, I am off the hook. If I drink a half a cup of coffee, I'm like lightning round all day. If I drink a full cup of coffee, I mean, and we're talking 1 cup. Most people are drinking multiple cups of coffee a day, and they're not even thinking about it. So I can't drink coffee because it makes me unbelievably hyper, and then I don't sleep for days. So I love coffee, but I can't do it.
They're
That's
still
what I
asking
want.
questions. Are you watching the chat, Paul?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let me see what we got here. Oh. Well, just keep firing away. I mean, if that's what
David
we're
Lee
talking about,
Roth
that's
or
what we're-
Sammy Hagar? Uncle D posted this question yesterday or the day before or something like that. And I didn't even know who these people were, and apparently that makes me young.
Yeah. Sorry. You could use a little music. David Lee Roth. I'm gonna go with definitely David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth. Here's a good one. Tess or Paul?
Some of these are. I'm gonna have to go with Paul. I'm sorry. I love
What?
Paul. Maybe
I think I
next,
just
Way
peeked.
back.
I'm
We've been
sorry.
together for a while.
maybe next year we can change that.
Paul's
But
much smarter than I am, so what can I say?
No, it's not that. I like Paul. Paul's cool. I mean, not that you aren't cool.
Paul
Tess.
is cool.
I know. I just we don't
He's
have
my buddy.
we don't have history yet. Yeah.
Mike or lapel?
Lapel.
Fan- Okay. Michael says, when Paul gets
wanna
back, have guests do the lightning rounds. I think you'd get more views, in my opinion. Wait, does
Yeah.
that mean make up
We
the
ask you
questions?
questions.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
Yep.
Or we could literally do like a flip.
All right, so Tess,
So it's like the lightning round's over. Flip.
Tesla
they
or
can-
VW Rabbit?
Ooh.
Tesla. Though I have a Volkswagen.
Yeah. See?
Well, right now.
Um,
It's my husband's. It's not really mine.
Scotch or whiskey?
Whiskey.
All right.
Ew,
good-
Scotch.
good girl.
I like beer and red wine.
Yeah. All right, red or white wine?
Red
Th-
all
this
the
is-
way.
This is a relationship defining question test, so get it right.
Red
You answered it
100%.
correctly. All right.
I never drink
right,
white
we can
wine.
still
It
be
gives me a
friends.
worse headache.
Oh my god, and it just tastes like cat urine. I don't even know how anybody can do it. I don't even know why it's even made. Even good white wine, like top of the line white wine, is just still kind of like, all right, I don't hate it.
Yeah, for me, and I'm not into sweet wine
Wolverine or
either.
Iron Man.
Wolverine or Iron Man? I'm gonna pass.
That's a tough one. That's a
Yeah.
tough one. Ugh. I'm like literally having a hard time deciding. My favorite superhero is Superman, so that would be easy for me. Maybe.
That
I
is
don't
a
know.
tough one.
And now I'm feeling swayed because we always
Because
compare you
Tony's
to
such
Iron
an
Man.
arrogant prick.
Yeah.
No.
But I love the
I do
Iron Man
not- I don't even-
movies.
I don't even have a heads up in my car.
Logan
I'm a
was
Luddite.
awesome, the last movie with
Yeah.
Wolverine. So we can go with Wolverine for today.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Michael says VMix call and have
DC
them
or-
make the questions and do a flip-flop idea and ask the guest questions too. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool idea. People seem to like this that we've been trying during NAB, Paul,
Yeah.
with the lightning round. So we should definitely play with that more.
All right, Tess. DC or Marvel?
DC.
All right. Well, that's all from me.
Yeah, Paul, we
I don't-
have
did
to
any of the guests have
take
more
in
questions?
mind Tom Sinclair's stream is just in like 5 minutes.
Yes.
What's our plan there, Paul?
5 minutes? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is, so I've already connected to the VMix call.
Okay, this is good for
So
everybody in
let
the
me
chat to know because they were saying, hey, Tom's show's about to start, so we have to keep that in mind. So
Yes, good point. So basically, I think I'm just gonna text him.
Did you get this connected over to VMix? I texted you the call.
Yeah, no, I did. I put it in, but I'm not seeing any video come over. So now Tom sent me a different number than you sent me. So
I got the one that Kim gave me.
okay. Oh yeah, she came over and actually helped me set it up, and I did it. And then so anyway, Tess, yeah, I think you're right. I think we can wrap the show up, roll the credits, and just let everyone know we'll be on Tom's show soon.
sounds good. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you
Thanks for
at
watching,
Tom Sinclair
everybody.
Show.
Thank you, Tess.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
everyone.
much, Eric, for joining us
Tomorrow's the last
again.
day
Yep.
of NAB.
Bye.
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 And that's all, folks. We appreciate your participation in the chat room and can't wait to host our next informative Q&A session. Your questions drive the conversation forward for live streaming professionals around the world. Until next time, happy streaming!
Okay, if I can figure out how to stop the stream, yeah, yeah, yeah.